Hi everybody, this is Gary Dean with Sentiment Timing, and this is our technical video report for Thursday, August 21st, 2025. So today was actually supposed to be a somewhat bull-friendly market, and we had the IWM really wanted to take off today. Every time I made a move, the Dow and really the S&P and the Qs, they just weren't following along, and every time you saw IWM get up to that really to 2620, which was the breakout line, you saw selling in the other indexes, and that just brought it back down. We did all right. We actually not all right. We did good with our IWM spread, but I took a spread with the spiders, and that did not go well. So we ended up for the day, I think we lost like $650. It wasn't good. I really was anticipating that the spiders were going to turn around. So just taking a look at the bigger picture here, it has 5 waves here. So if this could be complete, because we have the bearish divergences, really, if we came down, what would make sense if this is going to continue lower, seeing support somewhere around this, anywhere between the 6250 and the 6200. That would be, say, a smaller wave 4. And then we would come back up again, but that may not, like I said, it's going to be very choppy right now, and this doesn't look like anything drastic. It looks like it's consolidating, but the thing is, we just haven't really seen too many buyers interested. And every time we get up to that 6,400 level, we see sellers stepping in. So this is being used as resistance, and until the bulls can get above here, you could, because if the bulls can get above, there is resistance at that 64.40, 64.25 level, where I would be interested in shorting or selling call premium on that. Well, and the thing is, though, if the bears can take out these lows right here, then we're probably looking at a move coming back down to the 63.45. And I'm sorry, if the bears can take through the lows here at the 63.45, then we're probably going to see a move, if we just look at the daily chart, coming down and testing these lows here at the 62.50, 62.27 area. So this is going to be important, because there's not a whole, you have support here at 6,300, but then you have this gap here that's at 62.50, and then this move here. So I'm kind of up in the air on this one, because if you go above 6,400, you can look for long up to the 64.40, 64.50 area, but from there you want to switch to the short side, because we're in a choppy market. This is no longer the easy bull, just buy everything and it's going to go up. Things are really digesting the big move that we've seen. So profit takings here, and like I said, we really haven't had any type of significant pullback besides this one here, and that lasted in less than a couple days, and we were back up against the highs. So something like that may happen, but really today was disappointing, because we had the original. Let me go to a 5-minute chart. So here you can see we had our gap down, and from there they were bidding it straight back up again, and I really thought they were going to blast off, because it was kind of they washed out the bulls here, and then people were shorting this, and if they would have taken it out, we would have been able to have a decent little short squeeze up to the upside target of the 64.40. But instead, we came just above the 50-day on the 5-minute chart, or we can even look at a 15-minute chart, and you can see it really, all it was able to do was come up and touch the 50-day on the 15-minute chart, came back down, tested these lows again, and then we had a little bit of buying. So it's definitely it's not easy right now, because it's kind of what I was expecting is not turning out, and it could turn out tomorrow. I was really looking for it to be today, and the fact that we closed red, and pretty significantly too, 25 points down. Not anything crazy, but when things are set to be a bullish day and they end up red, that's usually a warning sign. So as much as I can see, if they rally up, we'd see somewhere up into the 6,400, 64.40. I think that's a shorting opportunity. If we come down, what's going to happen is we're going to have bullish divergences, and we may see a bounce somewhere at the 6315, 6300, and then we come back up to the 6400 and back down to the 62. Something like that would make sense. But like I said, right now, things are going to be choppy. We're going to get some big moves in both directions. But right now, the Bears keeping it under 6400 means that they have the short-term control of the tape. And when, if once we get that low and we get back above 6,400, then we could turn around and say, okay, the Bulls are going to make a stretch up for the 6,500, possibly to 66. But like I said, I'm not really expecting that anytime soon. I think it's going to be, sometime in September that we're going to make a good bottom, but that's subject to change. I don't, we can make a quick bottom tomorrow for all I know, and Jackson Hole stuff comes out bad or whatever. I don't know what people are hoping for out of it, but in any case, if it's bad, yeah, we can see this market go down hard. It was not my preferred kind of game plan, but it is what it is right now. So let's say this was the low right here. What we would look for is an A. This is the A. This is the B, and here's the C. So now I'm going to open this up a little bit. And what we're looking at is ABC would bring us up to the 64.14. This would the 64.26. Actually, I can do this. Hang on one second. So I'm going to do the 23, 38, and 50 just to see where those are. So you can see right here. So this is actually the right above where I was just talking about. So that's the 64.28, and this would be the area of where I'd be looking to short 64.37, 64.44. And again, if these lows are taken out, then we can look at that. We can just do the reverse on it. Actually, I'll do it on this because it'd be a little bit easier. So let's say if it does make up to the 64.40, what we would do is this. We'd say, okay, so here's your A. Now we came up to the 64.40, if that's going to be in play or not. And this would give us a downside target of 6,300. Now, the problem is for the Bulls is if they don't get up here, which I think they might. But in any case, if they don't, and let's say that's the top and we start heading down, you can see again, here's our downside target. It's right at the 62. Let me just move this out of the way. Okay, so 62.70. So these are it depends on where things are, if this was the top, or we're going to make that ABC move up to the 64.40 and then drop. So we got to wait for this next wave, what it's going to do. And, if it's like I said, if it's an ABC up, we should expect right around that 64.20 level. If this was your A and this is our B, then we're looking at a move coming all the way down towards the 68 level. So let's see what plays out tomorrow. Have a fantastic night, and I'll talk to you guys in the morning.